act Millionaire invites Black Maid's son to play chess as a joke. She didn't know he was a child genius 600-word cut in a Beverly Hills mansion. Victoria Wittman, a millionaire defined by her arrogance, prepared to host a charity event. But she was about to become the centerpiece of a devastating lesson in humility, dripping in diamonds. Victoria looked at Diego Santos, the 17-year-old son of her maid, Carmen. He was serving canapes. Victoria saw a punchline. "Come here, boy," she commanded, a sneer in her voice. "Show me how you play chess in the slums." The room CEOs and socialites chuckled discreetly. They saw a joke. Carmen, who had cleaned this house for 2 decades, clenched her fist. She watched her son become entertainment. Victoria gestured to a polished Italian marble chessboard. "I bet he can at least move the pieces." Victoria offered a fake smile. "Carmen, watch your son. It will be educational." But Diego was unbothered. His dark eyes scanned every face. He saw not power, but prejudice. He saw people who had no idea they were facing a prodigy. "Of course, Mrs. Wittman," Diego replied, his composure unnerving the guests. "It will be my pleasure." Victoria bragged about the board's worth. What she didn't know was that while she focused on social status, Diego had spent 8 years studying the masters. While his peers played games, he devoured every public library chess book, analyzing Kasparov's and Carlsen's games on a broken computer. He had memorized hundreds of complex openings. This was not a casual game for Diego. This was a silent, strategic act of rebellion. Victoria took the white pieces, radiating confidence. "I always play white deer." She announced a bet to the room. "If the boy gives me 1 scare, I'll donate $1,000 to some public school." The condescension was unbearable. Diego looked up and gave his mother a chilling, familiar smile, the smile of a child about to prove everyone wrong. Victoria opened with a conservative e4. Indian King Deer, a classic opening we learned at Harvard. Diego responded instantly. C5, the Sicilian defense. An awkward silence fell. That wasn't a beginner's reply. It was a theoretical response. Victoria had memorized patterns, but Diego understood the principles. He was already dictating the pace. He played G6, a deceptive, quiet move that was actually the first step in a devastating complex plan. A hotel owner, Mr. Hamilton, recognized the sophisticated pattern. "Victoria, this boy is setting up a fast dragon." On move 10, Diego executed a pawn sacrifice, a seemingly innocent move that hid a deadly trap. Hamilton urgently warned Victoria, "This boy is no amateur." But Victoria, blinded by her need for superiority, refused to listen. Diego walked to his mother. "Mum," he whispered, "remember when you said one day I would show these people who we really are?" She nodded, tears in her eyes. It was the promise he made when she cried because she couldn't afford his birthday cake. Diego returned. His 11th move was surgical, a double threat. Victoria suddenly realized her queen was exposed, or her king would fall in 3 moves. Her hands shook. "That's not possible," she stammered. "Check," Diego stated, moving his queen. Victoria, desperate, cried out, "You must have seen that sequence somewhere. No one learns that on their own." Diego gave a genuine smile. "I learned it from Garry Kasparov. He used this specific sequence in 1984, Game 23 of the World Championship." Carmen stepped forward, her voice ringing clear. "My son walked 6 miles to the public library every day because we couldn't afford internet. He stayed up all night solving chess problems by candlelight." "Checkmate," Diego said softly, ending the game. Victoria stared at her fallen king. She accused him of cheating. Diego calmly offered, "Would you like a rematch? I can play everyone here at once." Victoria's rage boiled over. A boy from the slums doesn't talk to his superiors like that. Carmen faced her boss for the first time in 20 years. "Mrs. Wittman, I remembered my worth. My son is not arrogant. He is honest about his abilities." Hamilton, disgusted, called out Victoria's prejudice. "You invited him assuming he would be easily defeated. Why? Because he's your maid's son." A state representative, Jennifer Mills, offered Diego a scholarship. Diego accepted with his first genuine smile of the night. 6 months later, Diego walked the halls of Stanford University. The video of the match, shared by Mills, had gone viral, exposing Victoria and turning Diego into a national symbol of triumph over prejudice. Victoria's social life was ruined. Carmen was promoted to cleaning supervisor at a high-end hotel. Diego founded a free online chess program, helping hundreds of underserved kids. As he said in a later interview, grudges only get in the way of the game. "I prefer to focus on what I can build." Victoria tried to diminish him, but Diego Santos became an inspiration.